Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole Frolic of Inflexible Me, and today I want to talk about a big truth for all you empaths. If you are an empath and you are watching this, I want to share with you something that is so important for empaths to fully grasp. And it's come up a lot over the last couple of weeks from friends, clients, just people asking me this question a lot. And so I think it's really important that we talk about it. And, you know, it's all about the truth behind cord cutting and what that actually means. As empaths, if you are an empath, you know how much you feel. You feel when someone's off. You feel everything. You feel emotions, you know, like 10 times more than the average person. And you can tell, not just from when someone's in the room, but perhaps miles and miles, maybe even countries away from you if something's off. And when you feel it, you're feeling the full emotion. And so it can get really exhausting and it can wear an empath down. Now, as empaths, we tend to want to nurture our friends, family, those we care about. We want to be there for them. We want to take on their pain sometimes, and that is a major no-no. It is not necessary for you as an empath to take on that. But what's even bigger than that is what happens when you get to a point in a relationship. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is, but someone in your life is really not serving you anymore. The relationship has become a little bit toxic. It's not good for your health anymore. And you don't want that in your life, but you don't know how to tell the person or how to perhaps cut them out. This is a little bit of a conundrum because as people who are empathic, we still want to show love and we still want to let people know that they're not alone, but how do we take care of ourselves? And this is a big problem because we forget the importance of energetic sovereignty. Our energetic sovereignty is so important. It's what keeps us really healthy and strong. If our energetic field is impaired in any way, if it's porous, if there's little holes in it, that's how negative energy starts to get in. And we can't allow that. We really can't, because we feel so much. Everything is just like that much more intense for us. Now, one of the questions that's really come up is, this person isn't serving me anymore. It's become a little toxic. How do I cut cords with them but still love them? And this is a misunderstanding of what it means to cut cords. So for all my empaths out there, please understand that when you're cutting cords with someone, that you still want them to feel love, because we're not trying to take love away from anyone, but cutting the energetic cord is a very sovereign thing to do. It's not just good for your energetic sovereignty, but it's also good for their energetic sovereignty, because this energetic cord that is created through us constantly thinking about someone, sending thoughts to that person, whether we're engaged with them on a physical level, whether we're just talking to them on the phone, or maybe it's just texts or emails, there is an energy cord that becomes like this highway of information coming back and forth between you and that person, and all the emotions travel along that cord. Just because you decide you want to cut energy cords with someone doesn't mean that you can't still send them love. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. This is what really trips people up. They feel like they've become a bad person because they're declaring their own energetic sovereignty. It is your birthright to be energetically sovereign. It is also their right to be energetically sovereign. Think about it this way. When you are assisting yourself in cutting those energy cords, not only are you preventing any of their energy now interfering with yours, but you're also preventing your energy interfering with theirs. Sometimes in our deep subconscious mind, we don't realize the thoughts that are going on in the background, you know, that run in the background like apps on our phone. They're just constantly running and we don't even know it until we really become silent and pay attention to it. So there may be times where you're sending negative thoughts to them and not even realizing it, and that's affecting them. Cutting energy cords is a very, very healthy thing to do for not just you, but the person you're cutting the cords with. You can still send love. You can still send love, whether it's in your meditations, or maybe you just say a prayer for that person in the morning. Whatever it is that you do, you can still do that, but you keep severing the energy cord so that you don't have this, this open highway of emotional transference happening to you. It's really important so that you don't have your own life impaired upon. And this is where, as empaths, we get really bogged down. We take on so much. And it's so important that it's not our job to take on everyone else's pain. It is a gift. It is a gift that we have, that we can tap into that and understand what people are feeling and know it without even them having to describe it to us. But it doesn't mean that you have to hold on to it. It doesn't mean that you have to harbor it within you in order for it to be taken from them. Everyone is responsible for their own emotions. You can be there for someone if you're in a relationship where you don't necessarily want this person out of your life, but you want to maintain certain boundaries. Still cut cords. Always cut cords, even if you're still engaging with this person, because cords are constantly put in place over and over and over again if you're constantly interacting with someone. So if there is someone in particular who you really don't want these energy cords with, then take the time to do your energy cord cutting and know that it's not a bad thing. You are not a bad person for doing this. You are actually looking out for your best interests and theirs. And that's actually a very loving thing to do. It's a very self-loving thing to do, as well as a giving thing, which is what we empaths tend to do. We tend to give and not receive. Or if we are receiving, we're taking all the crap, we're taking all the shit. It's pretty much, that's what we do as empaths. That's what we think we're allowed to take, is everyone else's shit, basically. And that's not how we become healthy. That's not how we work to our full potential. So I just wanted to let all of you empaths out there know that it is not a bad thing to cut energy cords, and to try to flip your perception of what it means to cut energy cords. It doesn't mean that you're cutting someone off completely, even though you may be wanting to remove someone from your life. And that, again, it's still okay. That's still okay. If the energy isn't lining up for you, you have every right to remove that person out of your life. It doesn't mean that you're judging them as bad. It doesn't mean that you are casting them off as something that's less than you. It just means that you know what's right for you, and that doesn't seem to fall in alignment. It might be great for them, and it may be great for other people, but you need to be concerned about what's good for you. So I just wanted to talk about that today, and I hope it's really helpful. I know it's come up a lot, and I know it was something that I struggled with earlier on in my years when I was trying to figure out how to balance this whole idea of being an empath and helping others, but also like needing to take care of yourselves. Remember, you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else, or else you have nothing left to give. And so cutting these energy cords kind of keeps your energy replenished and keeps you at a really healthy level. So all you empaths out there, please know it's an act of self-love as well as a service of love to others when you're doing this energy cord cutting. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great day. If you guys need any more information about me, head on over to my website, inflexibleme.com. I have a newsletter there, so if you want to sign up for it, you can, and stay updated on all my information. I have a podcast that you guys can listen to. It comes out every week, and we have great topics that we talk about and excellent guests that come on. So Enlighten Up, you can find that in iTunes or any podcast app. I'd love to have you join the conversation with us. And if there's anything else that you need, you can head on to my website. Guys, I love you all. Have a wonderful holiday season if I don't get another video before then. And I wish you all the joy, peace, and happiness for you and your loved ones.